Hi, it's Steve here, or Big Bird 130, or Steve as people like to call me. I've had a couple of inquiries about the SX92 and cutting some bigger wood than what I showed in the video I did a couple of days ago. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've got a big piece of wattle sitting here behind me lying down, and I'm going to use the SX92 to cut into that. It should be a good test for it. It's wattle, so it's not terribly hard. I don't have any big gum down that I can actually show you it cutting through gum, but it's what I bought it for, because these wattles come down and they're messy, and they're they tend to be some bits rotten and wet and all of that sort of stuff, and I wanted to use that saw for that rather than use my good Husqvarna saw for it. Having said that, I have my Husqvarna, my new 572xp down here. I'm going to use that today as well, so we'll have a bit of a look at that, and hopefully you'll get some good video of that saw working. It may not be going through the wattle. I'll just have to have a look at what the SX92 cuts and what it looks like, and then we'll see what we go from there. But yeah, so we'll be cutting it today. It's a beautiful day out. They said 20% chance of rain. Well, there's hardly any clouds in the sky at the moment, and the property's pretty nice. Birds are tweeting, and there's a light wind. And if you look over my shoulder here, you probably see a little bit of a view. A bit hard to see through the trees, but there is a view. This tree, which is behind me, is blocking my access to mowing the bottom part of the yard, so I really do need to cut it, and it's been a while since it's been down and I haven't cut it. There are a couple of wattles around that I'd like to take out. I might take, there's one out here that I might take out today, and there's one in front of me that I might take out today. They're just wattles that have grown up, and they start to encroach on the paddocks, so I'd like to get rid of them anyway. So we'll leave it there, and I'll set up for taking some shots of me and the SX92. So I haven't started this Baumr-AG. I've just topped up the fuel and topped up the chain oil. One of the problems with this saw is it leaks chain oil profusely, so I don't know whether that's a fault with the saw or what. I've got a Husqvarna that leaks as well, so if they're a direct copy of a Husqvarna, maybe that's the oil leak as well. So it's cold. I've just tightened the chain, so she's stretched a little bit since last I used her. I only used her for a little bit, but yeah, she's cold, so it'll be a cold start, and we'll see how much it takes to get it going, and then we'll start on this log behind me. Well, I should point out though, of course I didn't let it warm up before I tried to cut that cut. I haven't tuned the carburetor at all, so there's no, it's running as if it came out of the factory. But I've just been trying to see whether it's oiling, and I don't think it is, so I might have to take the bar off and just make sure that the oil channels are clear. But I can't see it spraying any oil. I don't know whether that's because the oil's quite thick at the moment and it's cold, but it doesn't look like it's oiling, so I'll have to check that. So I'll check that and come back. Well, it's take two with the Baumr-AG SX92 chainsaw. I've cleaned it, checked all the oil holes. They appear to be clear now, so if there was an oiling problem based on sawdust being in the holes, then I've solved that problem. We'll see if it oils. I've also attempted to grease the tip, which I'd forgotten to do, so I've managed to get some grease in there, but my little greasing gun is not working properly, so I'll probably have to replace that, but they're not expensive. So as I said, you've only seen it run for a little bit, and so it's probably equivalent to a cold start again. I'll let it warm up a bit before I cut, and I'll check the oiling. Anyway, let's get it going. don't know if you can see that, but the clutch is smoking. There's a lot of oil in there, which is leaked out of the oil pump. I don't know whether the oil's got into the clutch, but yeah, she's smoking, so I don't know. Don't know whether to keep going and see if it'll clear itself, do some major repairs. But yeah, it was cutting okay, but as you noticed, it was binding up quite a bit, so could be a problem, I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop the video here for a bit and may come back with this saw, or I might come back with a Husqvarna. See how we go. So I've gone up and had some lunch and let the clutch cool down on this saw. I've loosened the chain up a bit. I think it was a bit tight, but of course it's cooled down, it's tightened up again. So it's loosened off. I'll give it another go, see how it goes. If not, then I'll do a video for Edison's to see if I can get some warranty return on this. The saw's already been back to Edison's once, because the chain wouldn't turn initially when I had it set and done up, and also the pull cord came out and stayed out and didn't return back into the housing. Anyway, we'll give it a go, start it and see what happens. I mean, cut's alright, and the clutch is not really slipping so much now. It's hard to see, but I can see it in there. Bring it up to the camera. In here, its oil's just leaking out of it. You can see it on my pants. If, like here, it's dripping out of the thing even when it's stopped. So the biggest concern for me is not so much getting covered in oil, but the oil running out before the petrol runs out, which means that then you have to watch for, keep checking the oil to make sure there's oil in it. So far the saw's adequate, it's been doing its job. I might get the Husqvarna out now. I think I will see what I can do with Edison's about the leaking oil, see if I can get a replacement chainsaw. Yeah, because it's really not good enough to be leaking that much oil, and I don't think there's a lot getting out on the chain, quite frankly. I can see a little bit when I run it up against the log there, but not as much as I'd expect. Now it could be, you can see the oils, it's just here, it's all pooling, it's just running out of it. I mean, I haven't done much cutting, I wonder how much oil's still in it. Should have a look, shouldn't I? Let's have a look, see. Yeah, so half the tank's gone, and I've done hardly any cutting really. So, you know, I think I might send it back. So this is my new Husqvarna 572xp with auto tune. It's a professional saw, 20-inch bar. It'll be its first use, it hasn't run yet. Well, it has in the shop, they test run these before they give them to you. They're a pretty simple thing to start, most Husqvarnas are. It's a nice saw. I've been looking forward to having this for a long time. So we'll get to test it out. I didn't really want to run it through this wood. As you can see, it's a bit messy sort of wood. But the Baumr-AG is leaking oil everywhere, as I said, and the clutch is slipping a bit, things like that, and it's just becoming difficult, so I'm going to use this and see how it goes. Anyway, we'll see how we go with starting it. well, I think you can see the difference in the two saws. They're both new, but this Husqvarna is just, mate, it just slices through it. It's like butter, and it's only wattle, and you can see if you have a look at the ends of it, it's pretty wet inside. And again, another reason why I really didn't want to use the Husqvarna for it, but it's doing all right. So I'm pretty impressed with the Husqvarna, I've got to say. I thought I would be, but having used it now, I'm pretty impressed with it. So I might end this video now. Yeah, I've got the rest of this log to cut up, but you don't need to see all that. I'll put it up soon. Please like and subscribe, and if you want to be notified of any videos I put up, you can hit the bell. But liking the video is always appreciated, and I do like my subscribers, so I listen to you if I can do what you're asked to do. Please comment. All comments are welcome. And I need to go get my tractor and roll this log. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.